Welcome Dash fam, Best Dasher Alive here, aka BDA or BD for Big Deal. And I'm breaking down today certain orders that you should decline and or not deliver. Avoid and don't accept orders from restaurants that aren't set up well for DoorDashing. Whether that's the staff, whether that's the systems that they're following, or whether it's something like your only option is to wait in a really long drive-through line. This is my absolute favorite one, and I recommend that every single Dasher always does this, because if every Dasher always did this, how much we get paid would go like this. Decline the small orders, and I do prefer definitely to hit the decline option and click order too small to let the algorithm know that the order is too small, instead of just letting the timer expire. This one's going to be an example that's specific to my area, but your area might have something similar to this to watch out for and to become aware of. But for some reason, there's an army base that's close by here, and I've tried twice to go there because I just didn't know any better. It's what I had to learn, and they tell me like, dude, you can't get in here, like they can't come down and get the food. Delivering food here, DoorDashing food to this army base isn't a thing. And so best case scenario, you get half pay. So I've learned whenever I see the drop-off location in that area on the map, doesn't matter how good the order is or how much money I might be getting paid, never go there. If a customer ever messages you once you've already accepted the offer and tells you, hey, actually deliver it to this address instead of the one that is the actual delivery address inside of the app, don't do it. If you want, you can chat into support and try and figure it out that way. But honestly, in the way I see it is, it's not okay for the customer to just side message you and be like, hey, can you actually take it here? Because that completely throws off the whole like offer originally showing you the price and the mileage and the locations that you agreed to. So I think the best thing you can do is actually just grab the order, confirm pickup, take it to the place it says in the app, drop it off there, take the picture, complete the delivery, and you did what you were supposed to do. Shopping orders or red card orders, when it sends you the offer, it shows you how many items. It doesn't show you what the items are, but it gives you a number of how many items there are. Lots of items, I don't want to spend time shopping for lots of items. Some shopping orders can be absolute bangers, but that's usually if it's like 1, 2, or 3 items. Now here's a little caveat, because sometimes it could show like 17 items and it might just be like 17 Snickers bars, which is super easy. You can just walk in, grab 17 all at the same spot, you're in and out in a minute. But other times those 17 items are completely different items and you have to walk all around the store, and then you have to deal with substituting because some of them are out of stock. So that's where just going off of the number of items, you can be wrong. So what I do if I'm really on the fence about it, like maybe it would be a good one, maybe not, I'll just accept it. And then I'll look at the items, because once you accept it, you can look at what the items actually are that you have to go shop for. And if they're scattered all around and it's not something I want to deal with, I just unassign the order. But if it's 17 Snickers bars, then perfect, I'll go complete that delivery. And then also, if you don't have your red card on you, then don't take shopping orders, because then that's going to turn into a problem. You're not going to be able to pay for the items at checkout. Also, if you don't have your ID on you, or you're not 21 years or older, or you just don't want to deliver alcohol to people, and or maybe you want to potentially avoid, I haven't seen this happen, I'm sure it does occasionally, someone trying to purchase alcohol via DoorDash who's underage. Alcohol deliveries just might be something you want to avoid. I think there are some reasons to avoid alcohol deliveries. With that said, plenty of alcohol deliveries can probably be just fine and have a good payout for you. There's really only 2 scenarios in which I'm okay with going out of my zone. One is if it drops me off in a location that's still close to restaurants, because then you can still get orders. Even though you're out of zone, if you're close to restaurants, oftentimes, and especially if it's busy, you'll still get orders. But if it takes me far out of zone and the drop-off's not close to restaurants, I'm probably going to avoid that. School zones is another one to be aware of, what time people are getting in and out of school, and then avoiding those areas at those times, because traffic usually just gets super backed up in those areas around those times. But also, if you're on an e-bike, sure, traffic can get heavier, but you can still move through there perfectly fine without losing any time. Now this one's gonna depend on what kind of vehicle, what kind of storage you're using, but especially for me on an e-bike, this is something I'm always considering, and especially because my bag is too small and I don't have a bigger setup like attached to my bike to carry bigger pizza boxes. Although like personal size pizzas I can carry fine, but once they get to like even some medium sized pizzas, but the larger boxes, I just can't carry. So for me, those are ones I avoid. Drinks, I don't try and avoid drinks. It's just too often to try and avoid them. So I've figured out how to get some good cup holders, inside of my bag, and I've learned just how to carry drinks well, which I'll make a video on that. It might already be out, but depending on your vehicle and storage, there might be certain items that you just want to avoid. If en route to drop off the DoorDash at the customer's house, you completely spill or destroy the order or something like that, my take is don't deliver it. I would just chat in with the agent, say whatever went wrong. You're not gonna be able to deliver it, and let the agent take care of it with the customer. I wouldn't try and deliver a completely demolished or spilled order or whatever to the customer. I think you're definitely asking for a negative review at that point. And right along with that, if the food gets contaminated at all in any way, don't deliver it. Chat in with support, resolve it with them. If you're too tired, don't do deliveries. You are out there on busy roads. People can really get hurt. And if you're a little bit tired or you're not paying attention like you should, it can go bad. So if you're tired, don't do deliveries.